For 73 years, the Great War consumed the galaxy. It began between the Varn Dominion and the Kyril Accord, two ancient empires locked in a spiral of revenge, treaties, betrayals, and blood. Soon, dozens of species were dragged in. Armadas clashed across sectors. Planets were glassed. Moons cracked in half. No one remembered why it started, only that it could never end. Until the humans arrived. They had watched quietly from their blue world on the edge of civilized space. Observed. Listened. Studied. They called themselves neutral. Said they were not ready. Said they were still cleaning up our own mess. We believed them. Then, without warning, they joined the war. It was a transmission. One sentence. We're in. The message came with no demands, no alliances, no explanation. Just a timestamp. And coordinates. By the time the fleets turned their sensors, Earth's armada had already moved. At 0900 Galactic Standard, the Kyril's 12th fleet vanished near the Sirius Expanse. Not destroyed, gone. Their warp signatures collapsed mid-jump. No wreckage, no signals, just static. At 0913, the Varn's planetary base on Dra's 8 lost atmosphere. Not bombarded, vaporized. Down to the bedrock. At 0941, the communications relay in neutral zone Theta lit up, not with weapons, but with a human message broadcast on every frequency. If you surrender, stay where you are. If you resist, duck. At 1000 hours, the war was over. Literally. Both the Varn and Kyril issued surrender statements. The first joint message in decades. Every other fleet powered down. Some never got the chance. And the humans? They just stopped. They returned to orbit. They sent medics. Engineers. Peacekeepers. The same ships that burned dreadnoughts were now building hospitals. We asked how they ended the war so quickly. A human admiral just shrugged. We hate long wars. We're really good at ending them. I once saw a human General Amina Cade standing over a holomap of the galaxy. Her officers were rattling off status reports, surrender counts, restoration requests. She didn't speak until the room went silent. She looked up and said, 73 years. You killed billions. Over pride. Over territory. Over flags. She zoomed in on one of the war-torn sectors, pointed at a moon reduced to molten slag. We didn't end your war because we wanted to. We ended it because you made us choose. I was there, a diplomat from a neutral system. I asked her carefully, why didn't you join sooner? She looked at me, not angry, not proud. Just tired. We tried peace. No one listened. So we sent the only language you all speak, overwhelming, surgical violence. I asked what kind of weapons they used. She said, not important. I asked how many fleets they lost. She said, none. None. In the days that followed, new treaties were signed, not under the flags of the old empires, but under a new council backed by Earth. They called it the Unity Accord. Not because humans demanded it, but because no one else wanted to risk them getting involved again. It wasn't their firepower that ended the war. It was the precision, the efficiency, the fact that humanity had apparently studied everyone's battle doctrine, mapped our blind spots, and struck only where it would cause total collapse. And they did it all in hours. Galactic Intelligence Addendum. Species, human, Earth origin. Threat assessment, Omega level. Strategic philosophy. Avoid war if possible. If unavoidable, end it immediately. Total strategic dominance preferred over prolonged engagement. Notes? Humans consider drawn-out wars to be wasteful. Their default wartime doctrine appears to be show up last, hit hardest, leave first.